Alright, check. We live.
1 2 1
We
2.
live. There we go. Volume's right. Drops is right.
You on?
We back, yeah.
You ready?
These parlays is hitting.
You ready?
Oh shit. Come on.
These parlays is hitting.
Yeah.
Thank God for the illegal, betting in New York City.
Illegal betting is legal now.
I
Thanks
said legal.
to FanDuel. Oh, I thought you said illegal.
Nah, legal, man.
FanDuel has pissed me the fudge off.
You always
man.
mad when you. What's up, B?
I'm alright. I'm in good graces.
You
I'm
sure?
really doing good, but I'm really doing bad. Let me just focus right now, man. God damn it.
Everybody's starting to watch basketball again. The non-fans.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing up watching TV. I ain't sit down. I stand up for full course, even at halftime.
Nigga in the living room standing on his own couch.
Feel me? I'm like, oh man.
I hear that. Right,
Man, listen, man. Let's get this shit rocking. We got a
Start.
special guest in the
Special
building.
guest. We gonna get started with this heat right away.
Right away, man. And y'all know what time it is, too. Y'all know what time it is, man. You know how you got to start this new year off, right, man? Harlem in the building.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Hey.
Harlem.
Big Harlem,
You
nigga.
gotta make them feel comfortable, B. You feel me?
I'm starting to think this is a Harlem pod.
Yo, I was thinking that earlier. We had a lot of Harlem guesses in here. No Bronx guests yet. Come on.
Purple City with fiends shoot up. Hustlers make hoopers get a hoops up. Trust them Ku Klux. Tone wop chicken noodle soup up. Told them cleared out cause somebody got their name.
That's real Harlem shit.
Okay.
Niggas ain't know about the chicken noodle
They
soup.
must not know for the dollar niggas robbing. These young boys stay a problem.
They a problem, man.
This is Harlem.
Harlem.
This is Harlem.
Hey.
We from Broadway, nigga.
Thought I had the volume right. Clearly not. That motherfuckers is loud as shit.
Hey.
This is where that black strive meet. Things change when you cross 110th Street.
Hey. Shout out to the block.
By any means, reason grandma once bonded with Nikki on 15th. So Grams had us 4-5 fly before photos. Everything authentic, me and Pete just hit a boat. Was a no-show. Unsolved body still left behind polo. Cross the wrong block the night and the snow tomorrow. Wish a nigga would before he show off like Apollo. On his abs so long we miss showers.
That was his ball for Nick Cannon right there. I don't know. Did I say that? That was a ball for Nick. That was a ball for Nick. You feel me? You trying to show up because you an Apollo, nigga?
This is
Harlem.
This is
I
Harlem.
like this. I like this.
Tough tune right here, my
Shout out to
brother.
Harlem BBQs.
Oh, man. Facts.
Fire. I like that. I like that.
That was
Welcome
hard.
to another episode of the Loud Smoke Podcast. It's your favorite dread, Cheef Keemz in the building. Here with my guys, Habibi.
Yes, sir.
Vinny
Talk to me.
Haze is in the building.
Yo, what's the word, big baby? Y'all ready?
And we got a special guest today.
Harlem.
Special guest.
Harlem in the
Big
building.
Big Harlem's in the building. Once again, we got Kool Mims in the building. Drop some bombs, make some
You know what I'm
noise for my
saying?
guy. Appreciate you pulling up, big baby. Appreciate you, man. Yo, that
brother.
song was fire. I like that.
Just soak in, that's dope. You know, y'all playing the music.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta rock out with that, my brother. Come
Absolutely.
on, man.
Round of applause for Kool Mims, man.
Yeah, most
Drop that round of
definitely.
applause. Appreciate you coming by. Good. How are y'all feeling? Yeah, yo, first
That
pod of the new year.
that instrument, right? They gotta go get that on streaming platforms, your website.
CoolGMems.com.
Follow him on Instagram.
Apple's good, Spotify's nice, but
Yeah.
directly from me.
Facts. That's the best way.
I got my wallet, like that instrument. So that instrument, it comes in like a debit card form.
Like that.
And I had I'm not really like a designer or nothing. I don't really do
Like
I do
merch.
like limited merch.
That's when we hire people that do
Make it, like,
that.
exclusive. I really, the idea came from making it exclusive, like so only certain people have this
Right.
because they took the time out.
Exactly. Real fans.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean, and then catch the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we got more stuff going on with like the NFTs and the digital ones. So
Can you
Fire.
break that down?
That's where the money's at. That's where the money's at.
non-fungible token.
That's
Okay.
where the money's
It's been
at.
going on a lot.
And it's like a digital baseball card. You know how many different certain baseball cards or basketball cards are rare? Picture having a Michael Jordan. I probably shouldn't even say this
Don't give
keep
too much sauce.
Hold on, not too much sauce. I'm just saying. I got a box of Michael Jordan cards from the NBA store.
The one where he jumps from the free throw line on an NFT online, and it's authentically yours. Your name is signed to it. This is yours, and maybe it's only one of 10. You feel me? And
I got the limited edition one.
And if you're the original owner of it, whoever buys it from you, you always keep 10%. So you're always gonna make money. No matter how many times that digital
you can sell 1,000 times after that.
You're always attached to its new and highest bid. Every time.
Like the revenue comes back all the time.
That's the next wave, man. That's where music is going to, man. It is the wave. Facts. It's now.
By the time it becomes the wave, people will be following.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Facts. But enough about Michael Jordan, brother. You know what I'm saying?
So that instrument comes in the wallet. You know what I mean? You can order it from. You can go online on my site. You could hit me up. Find me on social media. Hit me up. I'll send it out to you. It comes with a wallet and it comes.
You ain't got no like videos or pictures when you was balling back in the day, man. You used to play ball too, man.
I heard you play ball.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to bring that?
You know what I'm saying?
Real rare footage of like the old cameras. My mom used to bring the old camcorders out and record us.
Word.
Games from back in the day. You know, basketball was
My man was a problem, man.
and I used to ball.
I used to hate when he was on the other side, man. Always played hard. Always played extra hard and brolic.
Hustle plays.
Man, I was the younger one of the pack, so I used to try to. The best way I kept involved with playing with the older guys was being in shape.
Right.
Defense.
And I honestly just spent time with. I didn't play ball with nobody my age. I didn't really have nobody. I wasn't one of those kids with like friends my age that played ball. They was in the street. They was doing different things. Right. You know what I mean? Playing basketball was what we all did, but it wasn't like.
It wasn't everything. Yeah, it wasn't everything.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I was just one of the people that was fortunate for my hood to kind of like.
That's a fact.
Go beyond. The park being just in a park, but at the time when I was younger, I did have the older dudes, the OGs, and the Habibi. And
Word, he's one of the OGs.
John Wells.
Shout out to Boogie Flong, man. Shout out to Boogie Flong, man. I gotta shout out Boogie Flong. Let me shout out his website too, man. Hold up. His website, boogie-flong.myspreadsheet.com. You know what I'm saying? Go get that. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
Support Boogie, like he
the next wave from the block, man.
If I'm not mistaken, he's one of the first New York City kids
to get a nil deal,
So
name, image, likeness.
He's nice. He cooked my high.
Facts.
Not gonna lie.
There you go, man. Shout out to Boogie, man.
Yeah, so I used to do a lot of that basketball.
That's a fact.
And that kind of like set up my music career for me in a lot of ways.
I was gonna ask,
because it got me into like. So, you know, I used basketball enough that it got me into college. I went to, like, St. Bonaventure University.
St. Bonaventure.
I didn't get a scholarship.
D1.
I walked on. It's D1. I definitely walked on.
Word?
And, I chose a real tough path. But, you know, like I said, being in shape, doing all that little shit I was doing. Not little shit, but that important
Shit make you work harder, though,
Fundamentals.
Man. A little prepared for
fundamentals.
My tryout. And I had some fairly good grades at that time. So I got on. But, other than that, it was like, you know, that's tough. It wasn't easy, and that didn't last long before I even, you know what I mean, to be honest. And I got into music. I found a recording studio out there.
So it was in college? It was around college?
I always used to write rhymes, though. Don't get it twisted. Like,
So you was on your J. Cole shit?
In college.
In college?
When I decided I was playing ball, I wasn't writing no rhymes and shit. I just always knew I could rap. You know what I mean?
Right.
When I was in high school, everybody else used to kind of like, all my friends and the people I know used to kind of rap. I kind of wanted to play ball because I didn't really want to be under like red alert kind of. That was a little bit of the
Right.
Crazy part, I didn't even know that was your pops till we got older. And I was around this motherfucker every day in the park pretty much.
Every day, right? So look, that was me finding my own identity.
Of course.
That's why I went so
fire.
I mean, I'm old enough now to explain, but that's why I went so hard, because that was me creating myself.
Right.
I was either Red Alert son or Lil George, and I was like, alright, but who is George?
Right.
Who is not Mims? Now that's Mims. I'm Mims. Right. I'm Mims. I'm G Mims.
You got your own name. Fire.
Creating myself. You know what I mean? Basketball is how I created myself.
Right. You got the confidence. Both give you confidence, man.
How tough I was. That's how I learned how hard I'm willing to work.
Word.
How far I'm
Discipline.
willing to go. I know my body. I know my heart. I know my basketball helped me find it. And just it gave me perspective. You're dealing with a lot of different people. You have teams. I done had to travel places by myself. Trust people I never met.
That's
right.
You know what I mean? Be left somewhere and moms and pops is nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm
you gotta
in
figure it out.
Camps in fucking in Pennsylvania.
Out in Delaware.
Yeah, 5-star camp. Shout out to 5-star.
Niggas got their parents with them. I'm alone. You know what I mean? I'm watching Forbes and them get McDonald's all the time. I'm watching niggas get taken care of. I'm by myself doing push-ups.
That was the fun days. Those was fun days right there.
Yeah. Get because the first time I went to 5-star camp, I paid for it. My mom came out her pocket. She said,
"Yo, that 5-star camp is
5-star.
Y'all don't know that was the camp, man. Right. That ABCD, man.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's the official camp.
I wasn't like a big invite, but I'm not going.
As long as you around there, you know what I'm saying? You nice enough.
If you want to ask, 5-star camp, what team you was on with?
You mean like if you was with the third and
Yeah.
the first? Yeah. So if you was a nobody, like not say if you was a nobody, if you ain't have a good game, like if you wasn't D1.
Oh yeah, they gonna have you.
Yeah. First and third quarter. If you was
top 50. You know what I'm saying?
You played second and fourth. So my first summer, I was the first and third. I'm not gonna lie, I was the first and third.
That's fair.
And then I graduated to a second.
Get the
and
book
fourth.
bag and the whole jersey and all that. You was fronting like that with the book bag.
I still got all of that. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a great experience because, you know what I mean, this is when I'm not playing people that look like people from my hood.
Facts.
Some people is tall as shit.
Yo, man, listen.
I'm not even tall to begin with. I'm 6 feet.
Yeah.
In the hood, that's tall when I was growing up.
Right.
You go out there, I'm like, oh,
It's
that's
like 6'6" white dude.
Yeah,
right.
Am I taking a charge for this nigga?
That's a fact.
I'm not.
Hold on. Have you ever got dunked on? Keep it a buck.
Come on.
No, I never really got dunked on, but people have gone.
Got past
you. Gone past me and dunked that fucking ball, and I'm not.
That happens. That happens a whole lot, man.
If you
when you play high level ball, that happens.
I mean, all right, if you want to say I got dunked on like a center getting a rebound and dunked
on. One of those.
That's fine. Yeah, I got dunked
all right,
on.
so it's okay then.
He would be the one.
Jumping, you're not going to never know.
He would be the one to ask that question.
He's going for everything.
He dunked the ball. I got the fuck out the way. I inbound the ball and kept the.
I feel like once you play good defense, it's bound to happen.
What's good with your injury, man?
I'm not. My job is not to block shots.
Right. Go ahead.
Hold on, what's good with your injury? You wasn't playing ball, getting injured, right?
Basketball in my hand.
Wow.
I was at LA Fitness.
I'm about to say somebody dropped you or some shit like.
Nah. I had the ball in my hand. I did
wow.
And then I was at half court, and it's so weird because it was the most like effortless of moves I've ever probably.
Yeah.
And I did it in and out.
Wrong angle.
And I thought, you know how like when you play on the court, people were like on the back. They'll shoot until the game come down. I thought somebody like
threw the ball and fucked shit.
Oh shit!
Up.
Now I've been mad paranoid about this over the last week. This happened like a week ago.
Damn.
I looked it up and it was like if you hear a pop, I really didn't experience hearing nothing. You know, which is why I'm not in that much pain. But it's like I'm not supposed to be moving it because I know
something's up with it.
Heard something.
Achilles.
It felt like something.
Something happened.
Because nothing hit you though. That's normally.
I got up like, yo, somebody hit me, and they was looking at me like, because I got up, bro, and it wasn't even no pain. I tried to get the ball again.
Wow.
I realized I didn't have the strength.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not adding up.
So I'm stepping on it, and I'm stepping on my foot, but it's feeling like I want to say it feels like the floor has a dip in it, but it's more like you on a hit. Felt like I'm on a hill, like I'm wearing a hill.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, my heel.
That sound like Achilles, man.
Yeah,
that's Achilles, man.
So some girl is like, yo, if you felt like somebody hit you, you probably tore your Achilles. But I'm kind of like, I'm walking on it. So
Mamba shit. You know how Mamba tore his shit with the 2 free throws.
The bad part, not bad. The ill part about it is I'm in the car with my man Mike Howard, right? And he plays a lot of motivational shit. He's talking like it don't be no music, but he like a physique. Shout out to my brother. He's a physique champion. He's a dope trainer. He's a dope spirit. That's my boy.
Shout out to him, man.
And he's a bowler. And he's still right now might cut you.
Howard,
that's my boy. But we was in that shit and he was playing the Kobe. Kobe was talking about coming through from the Achilles. And all of them, we started talking about that shit. We had a whole conversation about tearing Achilles before I even got into the gym.
Wow.
Look what happened.
That's crazy.
I take my time out, I stretch.
You did everything.
Well, I kind of cheated because they needed me to start the first game. You know how you did like.
You don't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I know I was supposed to do that, but you know this. I'm in LA Fitness. The gym look nice.
There's a lot of niggas.
Everybody's there. It's like, come on.
You skipping that stretch? I never stretch.
The mirror from top to bottom. Like, they can see me. Oh, I want the ball. Yeah. So that's what happened. The lights was on and I was trying to perform too much and I didn't stretch. And I don't know, I was wearing the pennies. See, I'm mad at pennies.
Oh, you had the phone.
Sorry, because I had the black.
That was my guy.
Black and blue pennies that made. I wanted the ball in my black and blue pennies. And something felt weird about the shoe the whole time. The whole time I'm alright for something. I don't know. I feel like I had all the signs.
Those ain't good sneakers, man.
You looking back like, damn.
Luckily, I think I'm gonna be alright because I still haven't experienced like any excruciating like.
Yeah, you good? You just hop in the sky.
I think I still have more. I don't think it was a complete tear. I think it was more like a sprain. So I think
Probably a partial tear, maybe.
You got the wing legs, alright.
Yeah, I'm alright.
The wing leg.
This ain't stopped the grind though, bro. I done been everywhere I needed to be.
Not fighting.
Got to, baby. Grind don't stop.
Keep the crutches moving.
Word.
It sounds like basketball was your first love, though. What pushed you like towards music? What really influenced you to start music and take it serious?
Yo, bro,
It's in the blood, probably, man.
No, it's not even about the, it's not even about the blood. I mean, I learned that recently. My grandfather passed away.
Man, rest in peace.
A year from now. About a year from now. And I got to meet some old family members, some of his family from the South, and I learned a lot of them are into music. So, you know what I mean? So maybe that's where it came from. But what I'm gonna say is, I used to write rhymes, bro, for book reports. You know what I mean? I've said this story before, but like I got tired of. In my school, we used to, I'm talking about like 6th grade, bro. I'm talking about like 6th grade. Like we used to like read books and the teacher used to give us like stars for every book we read on the board. Right?
Facts, remember that.
Really, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to say this I read books for that reason. I didn't really read books for the interest of, I love books.
Right.
I did understand what I was reading, but I was reading books for more of the competition.
Like I just read sports books. I ain't even know the books, man. I read the Jackie Robinson book, man.
All the stars, so that just was me. I'm a competitive type person. So what
they used to give us pizza parties for reading.
I got tired of writing essays. It wasn't fun no more. Because I already knew you got to do an introduction, a little, middle, and then you got to do a conclusion and
all that dumb shit.
Your essay. So that got repetitive for me. So one day I asked the teacher, I want to write a rhyme. I could write rhymes. Like I could rap. My friend Preview, my man Preview from Uptown, he was to me the most successful rapper I ever knew at sixth grade. In sixth grade, at his age, he was on TV. He was a rapper. He was signed. He was from Harlem. He was from Uptown. Shout out my man Preview. And he told me like, yo, G, you could do this. Like the way you remember rhymes, we used to rap rhymes. We used to come up. We had a group called the Wave Brothers. This is crazy. I know.
Throw it back.
We had a fucking crew called the Wave Brothers. We had waves. It was 4 of us. And we had to come up with a rhyme to be a part of the crew. You had to come up with a rhyme about yourself.
That's right. Yeah, that's
that's
way to bring to the table.
In 6th grade,
that's the initiation.
Crazy, bro. 6th grade.
Dope.
This is no cap because Raphael, he left the school after 6th grade, so there was no 7th, 8th. Wave Brother was only a 6th grade thing. That's crazy. We had to come up with a rhyme to be a part of the crew, so I knew that I had some rhyme about one day I'm gonna be upon rich gates and riding on rich plates and so I don't know what I was saying. I was saying some shit. And Raphael was like, yo, G, you can rap a little bit. Like this thing that I'm doing, like you might do this.
Yeah.
That shit was just in you, bro. That shit was in you.
Nah,
It's in the bloodline, man. It was in the bloodline, man.
But
you had people around you that was like, yo, you could do this. Like
one person. He was the only person. If I really had to tell the truth, him and my 3 other friends, my man Brandon and Ian, it was the only people that. But Brandon and Ian wasn't kind of like you could do this. You feel me? Raphael was like, yo, I'm in this. I'm seeing like, yo,
you got skill, bro.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So on the flip side, what was happening is, bro, I was already like, I used to be an extra in a lot of movies. I mean, how it was going down. Y'all know the video how it was going down?
Yeah.
You see this? You know the part where the nigga was behind the water fountain and the water's going up in the air and the girl, you know what I mean? I think that's Eve going across the water and shit. That's me behind the water fountain, bro, in the green shirt in the 13.
Wow.
I had a FUBU shirt. I remember this had a FUBU shirt, but at the time, I mean, I didn't really know. I knew who DMX was after that day.
Yeah.
But at the time, DMX, you know, he had Nietzsche, he had the Rough Rider brand, he had a lot of shit. I couldn't wait. He told me I had to take the FUBU shirt off, so they gave me like a green shirt, and that's me, no cap, behind the fire hydrant, bro. I'm holding the can up,
tough.
and I remember the shit going, and like Eve going through, and like somebody went through, and I think like they top kind of like went up, because I remember all the older guys, bro. I'm kind of like, wow, like 10,
Youngin.
Yeah.
12, whatever, however age I am at 6th grade, bro.
You was a menor.
It was all hype, and it was like, oh, you gotta hold the can a little higher, is making too much water pressure. It's not, you know what I mean? It was,
they telling you how to do it for the visual. Yeah.
Bro, my booking agent was Terrence Dean, who's Swiss Beats Pops, I believe. Yeah,
word?
Yeah,
wow.
I was in like Summer Sam, I was an extra, but all these shits I was paid for. I wasn't just like nigga coming.
Just the extra.
Yeah.
Standing in the background.
Right.
I was Summer Sam. Me and
They
my
got
man
me a few
Charlo.
times like that.
I'm in Black and White, the end of Black and White. Where
I got a portfolio,
bro. Layup line. It's a credit. In the credits, it's a bunch of kids. What's his name from the old TV show? I think his name was Bullethead. What's the white?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Started coaching us
From the Harvey Show.
I still be calling motherfuckers Bullethead.
Yeah, we was doing
Pause, but motherfuckers clones be crazy. Pause.
Right, yeah.
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah,
Edit.
I'm in that part.
Yeah, edit.
I think that's directed by like James Toback. Some shit like Allen Houston, Mike Tyson, all them in that movie. Method Man, all the movie.
Dope
I was in what was saying, Spike Lee.
Oh, my bad working with legends, man.
Yeah,
You can't.
You Summer Sam?
At a
Oh shit.
So the part in the barber
I saw Summer Sam. That's what I'm saying.
When they talking and the woman is talking with the kid,
Yeah.
it's like the barbershop and stuff. I'm in the barbershop. I'm one of the people sitting in the chair.
That's crazy. I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Word. Like,
I'm like, look
check
at
that.
little M.
My man Pachado was in there too. I got him in that. I got Gracie.
Yeah.
Pachado.
Word?
He's in that movie. What? He got a
Small
check
world.
in that movie and Black and White.
Damn, son.
Hell yeah. So that was why me and Raphael, my boy, Preview. That's why we related at 6th grade. That's why our minds was working the way it was working, because we was kind of already exposed to the industry.
Yeah.
Early.
Very early. So by 8th grade, I started asking my teacher if I could write rhymes as book reports. Not to like drown the whole long. We went into mad different directions. The point I was getting is I've been kind of writing rhymes forever.
For a long
but
time.
I used to like listen to like we talking about. I don't know what year this is exactly, but I just remember listening to like Mystical and Silk the Shock.
Yeah.
I was listening to Lil Wayne before Lil Wayne was like
Lil Wayne.
I was listening to DMX. I was listening to Jay-Z, but Jay-Z wasn't Jay-Z to me when I was listening
the way
to
it is
Jay-Z.
now, right?
I
Yeah.
mean, that sounds crazy, but that's a bar. I'm on point what I'm saying. Like, before he was Hove.
Yeah.
You talking about like when he did
talking about Jigga.
Nah, like
his
Streets
old
is
album,
Watching
Streets is
came
Watching.
out. When as a kid, I remember Streets is Watching, and because I'm 10 at this time, 11 at this time.
Okay.
I'm not, I mean, I'm not a nigga that grew. I wasn't in the streets when Streets was Watching. I was
Facts.
listening to Streets is Watching because I had a library of music around me. Any album that came out, I had access to.
Right.
What happened is DMX and Eminem at that time cleaning out my closet and all the type of shit.
Yeah.
That shit was kind of like depressing music now that I think about it. Real dark music. So I used to write and curse and talk about all the things that was in I used to write like one of the books that stood out to my teacher was a book about suicide. So my mom kind
Real
of
shit.
reflected the kids' feelings.
Right.
But the way that I tapped into that feeling also was dope to the teacher, but it kind of also makes him a little like,
Hey, yo,
make
are you
sure
okay?
You all right?
Yeah.
And then I said, all right, I can't let my mom see this type of shit. I started hiding my rhymes.
Right.
I didn't want Red to know. I ain't want my moms to know. I ain't want nobody to know about my rhymes, because I'm like, I be cursing and shit. I be talking about shit that I'm not going through, but it's like I said, I'm reading books, and that was my
that you're aware of.
That was my way of coming up with perspectives.
Right.
So.
And your wordplay.
But cool question. Let me ask you, I got the subject. So like, have you ever been nervous? Like, well, I see that you killed a freestyle with Phone Flex. Shout out with that. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was dope freestyle.
How was the experience?
I was dope.
I know you was like, damn, Flex, give me a good beat.
These is legends.
He just did off the top of the dome. Like, you know what?
These is legends.
Yeah. Keep it a buck. Come on.
Walk me the ball, bitch.
This particular day, I was on the day before I was on the tour, I came off the Native Tongue tour.
Okay.
If you watch the interview, the Drink Champs interview, you'll see they mentioned in Native Tongue.
Shout out to Drink Champs. You was just on there with your pop. Oh, we get to that. Yeah, my fault. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, man's working out here, man.
So, I was on a Native Tongue tour. They did a spot, 2 spots, I think, a spot in DC. 930 Club. He performed. It was like you talking about like Drez, Jungle Brothers. You know, the Native Tongues represent way more, like KRS-One,
Q-Tip. You don't know shit like that, baby.
Of course I do.
Hip-hop music.
I was also hip hop before you.
Moni Love, you know who that is?
Yeah.
How we gonna know, man?
Oh, man.
Man. The point is, I came back that weekend and Flex hit me and said, yo, his representative, my man Tad hit me and was like, yo, you ready? You going on like, it was like the next day I came back from DC and, you know, I probably done hit Flex 20 times since he started the shit back a month ago. And, you know, what he did is, I just stayed on his radar. He just wanted to see me keep working, you know what I mean? A lot of this stuff, a lot of the things that's happened in my career, we've always wanted to protect the image of it just looking like it was given to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I grew up in this industry in a way. No,
right.
I didn't run the industry, but I'm an industry kid. You feel me?
You
I
came
was
up in the
running
culture.
Down Hot 97, Hot 105. You know what I mean? I sat next to Angie Martinez and Method Man for his Judgment Day signing when he was signing posters and stuff at Hot 97.
Classic moments.
I played basketball in the back in the administrative room they had a basket, a Hot 90. Not one person could tell you I'm lying in Hot 97. They had black and white. That's when Hot 97 was a black and white logo. They had a basket back there. I used to fucking shoot on a basket while, you know, my pops was on the radio. I was a fucking industry kid. I was at mad shit in my life that at the time I didn't know what I was doing.
Because you was a kid, coming up, right.
Just chilling with
enjoying
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the picture now like, yo, what I was with
Legends.
I didn't know when I saw Jay walk by and he had the top hat like Reasonable Doubt. That was Jay. That was just Jay and he just said, what's up? You know what I mean? I didn't think to take a picture. I didn't know who these people was. You know
Fire.
I knew, but I didn't understand the significance of what's
going
on around me. This is before.
Because you was just chilling. Yeah.
They was who they was gonna become too. You never knew he was gonna become that.
Red isn't even red to me at the time. He's just
Pops.
His dad.
He's in the house. He's on the radio. He's in the house. He's on TV. He's in the house.
Yeah.
It's cool. You know what I mean? But I didn't know what that was then.
At the time,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right.
So, none of it made me like nervous or weird. You know what I mean? It just was all kind of like the norm for me.
Right. Because
you
was brought up in it.
Because I was brought up in it.
Right.
And so my perspective with this was always kind of different. So when I get an opportunity to rap on a Funk Flex freestyle, it was because he's seen enough work from me, and since I do have the benefit of being on this radar, but be it that I am on this radar, he's seeing me bust my ass and work. He's seeing my pops is in the radio doing his own thing. Yeah. Okay, he's doing this on his own. He's
not giving you nothing.
Yeah,
you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah, he's nice.
You just happen to be the son of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like your pops is running around making stuff for you. It's like you making it happen for yourself.
What it afforded me was the relationships, but what I did with them or how it groomed was was like, Angie Martinez do know me, but I don't have a relationship with Angie where I could just pick up and call her right now.
Right.
But when we see each other,
she know like, oh yeah, what's up?
Have a conversation.
It's love.
It's super
right.
love. You
Never
know what I mean?
love
like
lost.
People, they'll reminisce and go. We'll start talking for days about the times when I was that age, or my brother, or
she'll bring it up like, I remember when
things like that. Just I was fortunate. I was blessed with that type of network, but what you do with it is solely
up to you
in your own hands. It's not even up to you. It's in your hands for a moment because it ain't up to you, but for so long. You know what I mean? Potential only lasts for so long if you're not going for nothing. If you're not working, you know
Facts.
what I mean? So you gotta. The key was that. So by the time I got on Flex, I was kind of like ready. So boom, they go, you gotta come, but you can't bring nobody. So I'm kind of like, damn, that throw my whole shit off. I watched all these fucking freestyles. I wanted to fucking
go ahead.
Nigga, I got a whole plan, nigga. I got a whole. I'm gonna make sure people remember
that
this
you was
moment.
there. Yeah, right.
That's good. You don't need that.
So they like, nah, we can't tell you why right now.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta pull up.
It's on you.
So I gets there, and it's the same day Tyler the Creator does the shit. That shit y'all saw Tyler Creator do.
That was the same day?
I'm at the door. We are on the window.
Yeah.
I can't believe this nigga is going like it's. But I
that freestyle was wild though. It was wild.
It was crazy. But he said
it's Tyler though.
I'm not gonna lie. His people's kind of was like, yo, he's about to go in. But what happened is Tyler started. Him and Flex kind of got so out of eye, and Tyler ain't violate him. He fucked with him, made him go viral. He ain't violate him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird to say because he violated, but he ain't.
Cause he paused for the midline.
He ain't violate. Yeah,
y'all fucked up. This is my y'all fucked up.
Yeah.
Could've went worse.
It could have been worse. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It could have went worse. It could have went worse.
This nigga's gonna violate me.
So now I understood why I couldn't have a bunch of people there because I'm like, at this time we talking about this nigga had a nigga.
Got the Grammy.
Nigga Khaled was going on Gram.
Wow, yeah.
So this is a class A. This is the number 1 album in the world.
Yeah. Country, facts.
That's when you got the Grammy.
Huh?
Yeah, got the Grammy for that one, right?
The Grammy for, I don't
Did he? Yeah, I think he did get the Grammy. He definitely got the Grammy for that.
That's who I, the same day, that's who me and him did our freestyles together.
Yeah.
That's you heard it here.
Crazy.
Me and him did our freestyles together.
Legendary.
So he was first, and then you was.
So he went, and so I'm sitting the whole way. Yeah.
Yo, I can imagine how your face is like.
Yo.
But I'm with a security guard. Shout out to the security guard. Security guard showed me. He was mad, abrasive. And then he learned who I was. He kind of. Crazy thing is, my man, my DJ Double Nickel. Shout out to Double Nickel because he was in a booth when we was doing this shit.
Wow,
okay.
I get that.
And Tyler came out and was like, "Yo, you remind me of like a real New York." He told my man Double Nickels. He said he took a picture with Tyler. Took a picture with my man. He took a picture with me too, but he took a picture with my man. And he was like, "Yo, you did the New York pose. Do that shit again." And like, he was like mad, like embracing. But they said initially that he wasn't that open to like taking pictures.
Right.
But he kind of took a.
He had a moment.
You know what I mean? He embraced us, you know what I mean? So that was kind of cool. Shout out to Tyler. If I never get the, probably will, but,
Because he might see you at the top, man. That's why. You can't act crazy.
It can happen.
Shout out to Tyler. And that was the same day. So me and him had to pick our beats in the same room. I couldn't even use the beat. I came with this whole plot I had in my mind. Yeah. We didn't even do that because... Tyler had to pick his beats, so I was picking my beats too, right on the spot. We had to pick our beats right, so you know how they had the little back room you could see the back shit? Yeah, we had to go back there, and for the first 15 minutes, me and him listened to beats. And
so it was a selection of beats that you could pick, or it's like, this is what you're going to have right here?
Yeah, so what happened is they wanted to make sure they monetized that day. Right?
Okay.
Because when you do...
I don't like them big words, but break it down.
Monetize, you can make money off of that. Putting that on YouTube.
Okay.
The chance of Tyler, the creator, doing something obviously could go viral, right? So anything affiliated with that whole day can be affiliated, you know what I mean? So everything got to be a cause. So what happened is I had to pick a beat from the library of beats that, like, from Buddha the Future. Shout out to Buddha the Future.
Okay.
He's a producer for Davies, many others. He's Buddha and Grams, and they nice. They great producers. And we had to pick from their table of beats, their table, and he picked 2 and I picked 2, and I really rapped on 2 beats that day, but they only put 1 out.
Okay.
And yeah, so it kind of threw my whole shit off. Like, and I don't want to bust niggas' bubbles, but you know what I mean, flex shit don't really be like, you know, it's not live. Like, you know, most professionals get their shit done efficiently, but you know, it's meant to get a good take. A lot of these shows, it's not to say flex, and a lot of these shows is like that. You know what I mean? That's cool. You're supposed to get the best of the artist. Right? You don't make these platforms to just destroy an artist and say, oh, you ain't shit and all look messed up and you're an artist, nigga. That's trying to progress. Funny sometimes, and you know what? Some artists do deserve that because you gotta work for this shit and you gotta be prepared when the moment comes. You know what I mean? That is, to an extent, it's cool. That is necessary. But when it's geared towards just tearing down a nigga, I don't know if I'd jack that.
Nah, yeah, definitely. I mean? That's crazy.
Sometimes I've laughed at it. I've watched it. I don't know if I repost shit like that, but I've definitely seen it before. But I don't really jack that. You know, artists have any time to grow, any time to be.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
So, you know, I did mine in 2 takes. You wanna know the truth? I did mine in 2 takes. First take, I had to give you 2. Second take, I did my shit.
So they give you 2 times, like, yo, listen.
Nah, they don't even do that. Flex will do it, nigga. Flex want his shit to be right. He don't want a bunch of. It's the Funk Flex show. He don't want.
Yeah, he don't want to. Right.
He's not Jack Thriller. Jack Thriller will let you fuck up, and I fucked up at Jack Thriller before. I've seen it. You can look it up. I've seen it. I fucked up Jack Thriller, nigga. It's a nigga slapping ass in front of you. It's people dancing around you. You gotta be a professional. There's mad shit going on, nigga. The DJ's over here. It's a white room, so you can see everything going on.
Right.
Nigga, you gotta. That's why niggas like Goods, Fred the Godson.
Yeah.
They're not. No, well, Fred is. And I'm not trying to take up battle rappers. I don't know them as battle rappers. I'm not as inclined in all of their music, so I don't want to say. But the you know, the theories that they don't make music or good music. That, you know, and when I was coming up, that was the theory. So, but I respect it so much because they can remember their rhymes with mad shit.
That's the hardest thing to me in rap, bro.
It's a room. They could people could be going crazy and they know where to fucking catch they fucking line, and them niggas is amazing because when I'm rapping and my mom's is there, my pops is there, and I want to do good, but this nigga is slapping ass, my mom's is here. This nigga twerking and shit. Like, I don't even know how to embrace this moment. Like, I'm
There's a lot of things going on right there.
A whole bunch of shit.
I love Jack, but that's what
they do up there.
That trained me because now I know how to channel that out. Now I know that allowed me to know how that feel. It's like getting a cut. Okay, I know I put, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what that was like. But I seen other niggas, most niggas fucked up. I think after my shit, Rod Digger came on. That's some other shit. Like, Rod Digger came on and said how nice I was. I was so mad I left because I was like, damn, I just fucked up in front of my mom's. It was bitches slapping. He was slapping. It was bitches twerking and shit in front of my mom. That shit was weird to me, man.
Yeah, because it's like, yo, damn, what am I?
Watch me rap.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember my rhymes. I'm trying to be aggressive.
Yeah.
And this nigga Jack Thriller's in
Wildin'.
And I fucked up. It made me lose focus. Whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is, nigga, you gotta be prepared for all of these moments, everything, down to flex, down to any spot. It don't matter if it's flex, it don't matter if it's DTF radio, it don't matter if it's fucking college radio, it don't matter if it's your fucking Instagram live you gotta be prepared.
But yo, you was well prepared because you came through with the New York Knicks jersey.
Yeah, you know.
Focus came ready, man.
I'm not
yo. That was fair. That was fair.
At the end of the day, I'm going to rep for New York.
Got to.
Well, you did the right thing because there's no way you was gonna do that with an LA jersey.
I'm not doing that. I'm not from LA. You know what I mean? I'm a Laker fan. I watch basketball. I ain't say I'm a Los Angeles. I'm a Laker fan. It's not about Los Angeles. It's about the Lakers.
Exactly.
So, but if I'm gonna get in front of the camera, even when I did the tribute to my cousin, R.I.P. my cousin Craig Mack. I did a New York.
That's your cousin?
Craig Mack.
What? Germany cousin. That's me and Johnny Cousins.
Yo,
Legends.
Stop.
I know what I'm entitled this episode.
Legend.
Legends.
Family name.
That's what's up.
Yes.
That's wow, bro.
Crazy.
That's
Yo.
So it's in, see, man, it's in the blood, man.
Yeah.
It's in
I mean,
you, man.
that's
Like,
not blood. You know, the backstory is he was adopted into our family.
Okay.
So it's not blood, but maybe it's just in the aura. Maybe it's just
Yeah,
it's
facts.
in the vibe. It's in the energy.
Definitely the aura.
All this was going on while you knew me, and I was just playing basketball.
That's
That's crazy.
With all of that going on, bro, I still felt like I was.
Yeah.
It was.
If I knew that before, then I'd be like, nigga.
Yeah. Nah.
Nigga, what are we doing?
Let's get to the stool.
Let's get to the stool, nigga.
Do all of that, bro, and I knew I could rap.
My man was playing hard defense.
So now I get the FDA, I get the high school. Now this is all before high school. We talking about all this shit, bro. I ain't even getting the, like, smelling myself, like, really getting the girls and, like, liking girls. I didn't even get into that yet. I definitely had a girlfriend when I was in junior high school, but or what I think was a girlfriend in junior high school.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, listen.
At the time.
Yeah, but I get to high school and now it's rappers everywhere. My school, I don't know if other high schools in the early 2000s, if they schools had recording studios in the school.
Nah, it's
I
rare.
don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but I had a recording studio in the school. I went to FDA.
Right.
Headphones. He was signing Interscope back in the day. He was another young, successful person. I mean, y'all remember that song Aunt Jackie?
Jackie.
Yeah.
My man Audi Robert was on that song. He was the one that said, if that's your man, tag him in.
Tag me, yeah.
He went to FDA. If I'm not mistaken, Yandy went to FDA. She probably was like a senior my freshman year, or maybe graduated before I got there.
Okay.
But it was a couple people that are like heavily into music and even dance, dance, rap, singing,
yeah.
basketball. It was a very artistic school. Like, so we talking like lunchroom, nigga. The niggas start the fucking beats on the fucking
table getting crazy
on the table, and then it'll be a dance battle. It'll be a fucking rap cipher, and
everything
that shit
in one.
Was the one time where it kind of intimidated me because I'm like, damn, they knew me as Red Alert's son. I was
okay.
Little, so 9/11.
Shut up.
Okay, 9/11.
Yo, that's funny.
So 9/11 happened my freshman year of high school. 9/11 what happened on my freshman year of high school, right? So my mom's, nobody still at this time. I'm George. I kind of got recruited to FDA to play basketball and shit like that. Patrick Megan, shout out to Patrick Megan. He definitely helped me grow up in a lot of ways. And that was my high school coach, and with a lot of players, high school coaches. We went to FDA. Rice, you know who Patrick Megan. Rice maybe earlier in the years.
Right.
You know who Patrick Megan is.
Facts.
But I want to say that he came to get me on 9/11, and everybody was in the lunchroom. They brought everybody down to the lunchroom. Man. So all the grades was in the same kind of place. Okay, yeah. Maybe the lower grades. Maybe I was a freshman, so like junior high school kids. I think FDA got like an 8th grade school.
Yeah.
They was in another like auditorium. When he came to this fucking lunchroom, I heard someone say, "Yo, what's up? It's a concert in here. DJ Red Alert is here," and I'm kind of like, "Fuck." So he
made it hot.
And after that, it was like the older upperclassmen, like they used to see me walk past the hall. Yeah. And like they used to be like, yeah. Okay. They used to call me Little Red. I played in a Together We Chill tournament, and at first I fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, they called me fucking the package up. That was the funniest shit I've had. I had these shorts on called I Missed the Layup. I played good this game. Let's not get it twisted. That's why it's not funny to me because it's not.
It's like the one bad thing that happened.
But the one bad thing that happened.
That's what everybody remember.
And I hit the free throw to seal the game in crunch time. When he made the joke, I made the bucket, so that's why I was kind of. But then what happened was he found out who I was and he called me Cold Blue. So like, it was like little Red Alert kind of things. You know what I mean?
Play off of that.
So I didn't really like that. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't want to rap because I don't want to just be
known as
Lil Red. I don't want to just be Lil Red. I don't like that.
That's a lot of pressure that comes with that too, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
another thing. So now I'm rapping with niggas. Some people know I can rap, but then it's like, damn, they feel like, as Red Alert, son, you gotta rap like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I rap like that.
Right.
That was the first time I kind of faced some self-intimidation. Like, it wasn't about nobody else. I never thought nobody was like, oh, I can't rap better than him or nothing. I just didn't know how good I could rap.
Right.
And I just kind of relied on basketball. That's when I kind of got away from all of that in front of the camera shit. I just got a girlfriend and played ball.
And focus up.
Started blamming, getting 2-hand tornadoes.
Yo, this nigga is wild.
Like that.
Shout out Haze.
shout out to him.
That shit fuck a motherfucker up sometime, you know what I'm saying? That shit can change a motherfucker.
That might have wasted some. That could have cut some time for me. You know what I mean? That was the time where my pops was really prominent on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember him telling me like, yo, if you would have told me this a long time ago, shit.
Oh, yes, you had that talk with your pops.
We had this talk. Yeah, we had this talk. When I told them later and they found out I could rap and shit, it was like, yo, I wish you would have told me sooner.
Yeah. He's probably mad for a little bit.
Kind of got his change.
Changed now.
It changed again.
It's different,
it
right?
Changed. It was his, not his. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. This will be correct. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
By 05, 06, his prominence is different now.
Yeah.
He moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
He went out of the city. He was, I'm not gonna lie, no fly shit. He was on the radio from the house in Atlanta.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Legend shit. They only let you do that if you're a legend, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be a big dude.
He was doing this shit from the house in Atlanta, but he was a true New Yorker, so he knew how to do his thing, get the information he needed to be.
Maneuver.
I mean, that man gets up 9, 10 in the morning already, and he's headphones on right now to this day, listening to the next newest songs right now to this day.
Nice.
Yes. And, if you got up 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, ate breakfast or do whatever you did, and then try to focus up at 5, he is 7
Already
hours
did.
ahead of you.
Yeah.
And he already went to work. Come on your radio while you start your work. Because
That's what it takes, man.
That's how hard he works. So that's why I worked like
Right.
that. And I just did that with basketball, so I knew how to kind of transition a mindset and the sacrifice.
You had the discipline in you already at that point.
Yeah. It takes sacrifice, bro. You lose relationships, or relationships get kind of like. I'm not just talking about with women, with just people. Period. My friends wanted to smoke when I wanted to play ball. I had friends that wanted to do other shit. My friends wanted to slap box and hang out and you know what I mean, gang up. This is when gangs kind of really started getting like prominent in the East and the West. Like, this is when I noticed when I was in junior high school. It was like LNWs, niggas was couldn't wear red. October 030 all kind of got
factory.
Crazy.
Like, knew but it was going on. You know what I mean? It was going on. So that's what my friends wanted to do. I wanted to play ball. I remember playing ball, but I was the man. I was the man on my team when that game was on. So I had to play. I remember my friends leaving games to go fight and go do weird shit, but you know what I mean? My mom's at the game with a camera and shit. I want to kill. Like, what
that's
we doing?
real.
Like, I thought we was going to get this trophy. And, you know what I mean? It was not that I wasn't down for my niggas when I had to be there for my niggas. It's just I chose my career.
Chose your
I chose
craft.
my path.
What
I'm
you
not
wanted.
stopping this to do that. When we ain't doing shit, but I'm not stopping this to do that. And everybody respect my friends go do that. I'm coming to your game.
Facts.
Right.
That's dope.
Right. I want to go do that with you.
Those are the right niggas,
You know what I mean? And even with music, you'd be surprised that people are like, nah, go, this is what we gonna do.
But speed about music, if you had a choice of picking 5 independent rappers you would do a collab with, and some regular rappers you would want to do a collab with, who you would pick?
What's independent?
Like say, you independent, so I just say like J Prez, Ramula.
You said Harlem?
Yeah, Harlem.
Harlem?
Yeah,
Could be anywhere.
Anywhere. It don't have to be there. Anybody who's independent that you know that, you know what I'm saying, who's doing the same field as you. I can't name them. I just came up with 2 other day. I can't.
How about this? How about just top 5 artists, period, that you would want to work with?
Yeah.
There is a Harlem. I'm not saying I couldn't do it for Harlem. It's just I'm just talking about the perspective. Because if I think outside, bigger than beyond Harlem, or beyond New York,
Yeah.
I don't. You know what I mean? independent. I don't know how independent everyone.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so 5 artists.
Any artist.
Yeah, it could be anybody.
You want to make some music with?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do Harlem first. I'm gonna do 5 in Harlem first.
All right.
That I don't have music with though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's different. People I don't have music with. All right, Vina Love.
Okay.
That's kicking.
Heard that.
I don't have a record with Vina Love. I like Ray Moolah. I was just telling my man Rich I want to do a record with Keem. Keem Streets. I fuck with Keem. I don't have music with Vado.
Fire.
If I kept it, no cap, Smoke Dizza. I wanted to do
Shout out Smoke.
And I wanna, I don't know, I knew them for a long time. I never did a song with them, and it'd be dope if we did a song. Either one of them, Dougie Fresh, Square Off.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shout out to them.
I really, you know what I mean? I keep up with both of them. They're my brothers. I see them very often, but we never really we just been cool. Like from high school on, we just been cool. Yeah. And I come over to the crib and stuff like that. You know, his pops, my pops are very cool and legendary. Shout out to Dougie Fresh. I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of my experiences in music with them. They were like a big influence. Like the next person, I told you, Preview was the only person that told me to rap when I was younger.
Yeah.
The next person that I saw that I kind of like was like, yo, if they could do this, I could do this. Was like Square Off. You know?
Right.
Square Off, they was like, I was like, oh shit, like, you could rap in your crib and have your own studio and record like there was Dougie Fresh studio, but then there was the other Brownie also with had like a independent looking studio and like, you know what I mean, that's how I even met Vado and that's how I met JoJo Simmons, that's how I met Tiana Taylor, that's how I met
Harlem.
That's how I met the whole kind of like. That's how I kind of got ingratiated in the whole like hip hop offspring of my era, of my age. You know what I mean? It was kind of through Square Off. I had, other than my own experiences, I was around grown celebrities. When in my, I wasn't around people that affiliated with Red. You know what I mean? I was around grown celebrities. When I got around Square Off, I got around people more like me that had my life experiences.
Right.
You know what I mean? Most people couldn't relate to. That's why I was so. Like I said, I was quiet, but amongst them, I could be more
yourself and just mesh with everybody.
Open about being an artist because it's just swarming.
You're contemporary, yeah.
Even then, like I said, I was at a point where I was quiet about my shit because I didn't know how good I was until I started recording myself. So I bring it all the way back to, and I'm on point saying all the way back to when I told you college. College was when I started learning that when you pay to be on campus, you might not get credit for a class, but you can walk in and sit in a class. As a student, you can go sit in a class, any class.
Just listen,
You know what I mean? And just listen. And I started, my dorm was close to a music class. And I had to go to the music class to kind of see this studio. And when I went to the music class, I had to do like study, like listen to Beethoven and shit for like a week or so. And then we had to go start doing music, and I started. Somebody got me into the studio, and I got to see how to record. And I kind of was like, "Yo, you can do this shit on your own." It's changing. I don't need the big board and the beat. You can do this shit on your own, and that's when I started seeing this. But I was always like a little bit of a tech head. Like I had Web TV, I had Gateway, I had a Macintosh before it was Mac. It was like the blue back,
the blue,
2000 joints. Gateway. Then it was the Hewlett Packard shit and all of them other printers and shit like that. And so I kind of always had an eye for like what's about to kind of happen next. Like I had this, everybody's in this NFT metaverse shit. I had my Oculus is old looking now. I had an Oculus for like
fire. We just got on that. Like
I'm still not on that. And I probably won't be on it for another year or two.
Wow, get on it. Y'all niggas
I need to get on it, right?
That's a fact. That shit is amazing. I seen a whole game with that shit. Like,
that's different
crazy.
Right there.
That's how I got exposed to it. So nigga, I remember taking a bus. I didn't know how to engineer fully, so I took a bus. I met this dude named Finesse, and he was this girl he was this girl that I knew was boyfriend. He would come on campus and shit, and he would come play ball with us and shit, and like on recreational play. Cause like I said, when I walked on, I was a normal student. I wasn't a play on the team every year I was there. You know what I mean? I had things that occurred that I'm not going to address that kind of altered my opportunity. It's tough, you know what I mean? I experienced a lot of like racial it was a lot
prejudice.
Of, like, it was a lot of prejudice there. You know, St. Bonaventure, when I was at St. Bonaventure, it was like a third.
Nah, it's predominantly white. It's predominantly white school.
On the basketball team, when you was HEOP, which is like Higher Education Opportunity Program. If I remember that right, that's fire.
Yeah. I remember that. They was going to give me some paper, I remember.
Like you got, the kids either got the money for, you got money for having low grades or having a like low income. You know what I mean? But I didn't have neither.
Right.
You feel me? So I went in, FDA, you had to have an 80 app. Megan, we went like, we was on TV, we was in MSG, ESPN, we played, like I played in the Myrtle Beach tournament, you know what I mean, with a public high school team. The FDA Lions, I'm not gonna lie, we are probably one of the illest high school basketball team stories untold amongst.
What players was on it that we probably know you was playing with?
We was a team. It was no. I'm not gonna lie. Corey Lyons went D1. My man Damani Corbin was signed D2 in his junior.
Mama played FDA one time.
Yeah,
was it?
Good players went through it. A lot of players didn't
one
make
time.
FDA. A lot of good players. I'm not gonna say no names. Couldn't. What the requirements that it took to make a Patrick Megan FDA team.
Yeah.
A lot of players could not take. We lost a lot of nice ass players because they couldn't keep up with an 80.
Oh Lord, man.
You gotta get 1,000 on the SAT.
At
least 1,000 on the SAT. 80 average. Progress reports every week.
Damn.
Every week. Coach Carter, before Coach Carter.
Yo, I was just gonna say that's some Coach Carter shit.
Out after this. We was on MSG, fucking ESPN, Mike Quick. We went to Myrtle Beach tournament.
Mike Quick. Shout out to Mike Quick.
We was undefeated in the city. I never lost a public school game, a regular season public school game in my entire time playing high school.
Right.
Varsity basketball.
That's big time right there.
Senior year, never lost a public school regular season game.
Tough.
16 games in the season. 32-0 in the city. Nobody beat us. So
that's dominance right there.
Whatever school you was at in the city, you played ball from 2000 to 2001 to 05. You didn't get no win against FDA.
Facts.
If you played against us in the regular season, you did not win. You didn't beat us.
Right.
Kennedy beat us. They upset us.
Man, we was in. Y'all was A division, right? We was in B division at about what 2000. I forgot what year.
He was on our team. So that's my man. He's dead nice. He's a legend in his own right. He's carving his own legacy. Damo. Y'all did not beat us. He was on our team. Darren Towns, Fish. Y'all did not beat us. You feel me? I wasn't the man. We had some ballers, but we was a team. Like nobody averaged 20 on our team.
Facts.
You feel me? Everybody averaged like 15. And if you look, any time that I had minutes and I really had to play, I had good games. I let them score. You know, I did what I had to do. If Mims go, I could go. Now it was tough.
I know you definitely play hard.
Right. I played hard, nigga. You had to run a
motherfucker used to play hard, bro, since early.
Yo, he would not.
50 push-ups.
Nigga, Habibi.
All of these qualifications before you could even put on a jersey. Otherwise, you practiced on the other court. You practiced on the other court in the old mesh jerseys.
The trash giants.
Nobody could say I'm capping. Or you was on the sideline. Megan it was tough to play on that team, bro, and it afforded us some great experiences, man. I was on TV. I was on mad shit before I even got into high school, into college. Yeah.
So ball was
some fire experiences.
Basketball was a.
It's New York City shit, man. That was everything. It's nothing like that.
That helped mold you.
Right before social media. Boom. I had a Facebook email. I got a Facebook email when I got accepted to St. Bonaventure.
Right.
I got a Facebook email. So that's 05. That was still, y'all ever watched the movie Social Network, whatever that movie is? The movie about Facebook.
Yeah.
If you ever look at it, they had private emails. It started out with, only way you got Facebook is if you went to a private university.
Yeah, you had the email from that school.
It was a private university, so it was only like
a couple people on it.
St. Bonaventure to Yale and Harvard.
Princeton.
I didn't know nothing.
Yeah,
no offense to them, I didn't know them. I didn't know how to. It just was a Facebook. You know what I mean? I just left it blank. You know what I mean? Until I learned how to use Facebook and I started to develop when it turned like white and blue. It had like a little orange tint on it or something like that. When it first came out, it was a little different when it first came out. But when it turned like white and blue, I started like using Facebook, and then it started like opening up to like SUNY schools, and then it opened up to fucking everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but like I lived that. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Nah, that's dope.
So you know that shit is little shit that shape you, shape me.
Nah, it helped mold you into your your career now.
So my bad. I know I'm just. I'm
not. Nah. Get your shit up, though. Get your shit up. Yeah.
Now you definitely passed through a couple questions I had, but it's all good, baby.
So we gonna get to them.
Yeah, we gonna get to the questions. We got a lot more for you. So yeah, bro. It's obviously you've been in the culture, you've been in music for a long time. You said since 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? So what are some of the things, like as a rapper, you do to put yourself in a creative space, or just like how's your process work? Being that you started so young and you've been, you've kind of seen different legends,
right?
And different professionals, and all that. Like, what are some of the things you do to take that?
I try to kind of put myself in a lot of normal spaces, and like or real environments. You know what I mean? A lot of my rhymes comes from like the humbling environments. I don't say try to put myself like I don't choose to put myself in like harm's way, but like I kind of like what I'm saying is like what I'm trying to say is like some of my best rhymes came when I took the train, or when I just smoked a blunt and stood outside and sat in the car. You know what I mean? Like I've been in the studio and I came with a lot of fly shit, but some of like my realest feelings, my vivid moments came by just somebody walking by me in the street. You know what I mean? Or having a conversation, or being amongst my homies, and just
So you pull your inspiration pretty much from like just whatever
what I go through in my day, like you know what I mean. I kind of like I'm heavy into like self, like analyzing yourself, like we gotta reflect on ourselves. If I've learned that, and I've learned to become a type of person that if I black on my friend about doing better at him with himself, or doing better in a certain area, he could bet that I've already said the same things to myself. I've already hurt myself.
You gotta have the same expectations for yourself.
You feel me? You gotta self-reflect. I don't care. And that's for because that's good for if you got a God or don't got a God. If you believe in God or not, you gotta self-reflect. You gotta look at yourself. You know what I mean? Like, we've never seen God, but we've never actually seen ourselves bare eyes to flesh, either our own face. Like you trust how you look based on what we say about you and with a mirror, something another man made. Other than that, you've never seen your face. So when they say seek God, what is that saying? You never seen God, you never seen yourself. Seek yourself.
Right.
Dope.
You feel me? So, that's how that go.
Nah, yeah, definitely. That's real. That's dope.
So my bad. So I say that that's what makes me comfortable when I'm in spaces where I can self-reflect.
Right.
The studio is good, but I'm in the studio so much that I come up with songs in an hour in the studio or less and shit like that, or verses and shit. But it's kind of like habitual.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't, if I just went to the studio, I'm not having no experience. I'm not living no, I'm not living nothing.
You gotta live.
I'm not like one of them, and I don't even know where they get their inspiration from, but like I'm not like a movie director. Like I'm not making a Marvel movie, and I'm not rapping about a Marvel movie and shit like that. Even in my rhymes, like I probably could use lyrical, like dragon with the sword or Shaolin and Altons and but I don't those ideas don't resonate to me when I listen to music. I could force that. I could be like metaphorical like that, but that's not really. That shit don't bring chills to my. But I like bars. I like bars, but I just like more
real experiences and
more like bars that resonate. I like more it's not even relatable. It's just someone has gone through it. Like something you can see ultimately. Like those are the good bars to me. The bars that you could see, you could feel, and be like, yo, I went through that and shit like that. So, I prefer to. I like to rap like that more than just.
I heard a lot of that on that instrument, man.
That instrument, man. So that instrument, that instrument is one of a couple of like sequels I want to put out. like I said, I was telling you before I put it out, like it's an NFC enabled debit card. The whole meaning of that instrument is about knowing your worth, right? So music is my debt instrument, and for my debt instrument, my fans, my supporters, my listeners, they're willing to trade what they deem valuable, which is their money or their credit cards or their family, checks or their whatever to gain that experience of what I have to offer. Right. You know what I mean? So music is my debt instrument, and the whole idea is for, knowing your worth. Back to what I was saying earlier, the self-reflection. It's about knowing your worth, but you got to go through things to know your worth. Right. You got to have experiences. You got to go through the journey. So that instrument is just the beginning of me explaining a journey of learning my worth. Right. You feel me? That's all.
I wasn't working with heat makers on that album, man. He's one of legendary producers, man. Come on, like, you wasn't nervous in that booth, you know what I'm saying?
So that's another experience. So I met
Heat makers, man. Come on.
Shout out to my man Els. I met Austin 8 years ago. But check this out. Look how hard niggas.
Crazy. I used to be in his studio too when I was in college too.
This is another thing. I've been in the studio with Austin hours upon hours upon hours, and and that's like one song that I
probably one of my top 5 favorite producers of my life.
He's my mentor of all mentors. He keeps it realer than me with me through my entire process of growing as an artist. If he was here with me, he'd tell you I'm not working hard enough. You feel me? And that's how hard these niggas, like, for anybody that if you think I work hard, this shit is going faster than me. You feel me? It's like, even if you play Division I basketball, you think that's fast, go play on the NBA court, see how fast they run. It's that much faster. It's always more and more work to be done. So, but he's been like a super dope support in my life. I would not have like the access to studios and producers and growing in my creative way if he didn't allow me in his space.
Drums is crazy, man.
He allows me in any part of his creative space. I can ask him any question. I could call him. I don't call him at random times when I know I can see him. But that's my man. Like he texts me every day, asks me if I'm alright. He tells me to sit my ass down, but I keep fucking wanting to be like niggas like him, you know what I mean? Right. And he's a timeless producer. A lot of people jack his wave, but I'm honored to have a Harlem record that's done by him, because his Heat Makers is you know what I mean, they're pivotal to the Harlem sound with Dipset and Jim and Kim and Jewels and shit. What he was on the Carter, he was on the Carter 2. He was on fucking mad shit. This niggas on mad shit. A lot of so much of Fred catalog. This man is so, and through him I also kind of like got to meet a lot of people. You know what I mean? My network grew. That was Arsonist was my way of also meeting people and not being having anything to do with my pops, because now it's more like for me, we in the studio. I'm just here. I might start off as just a quiet there for all follow my, but I knew how to be like that. See, that's another reason why it clicked, because being around people and artists, and no matter who they are, celebrities, it was, I'm not take a picture, sometimes I know how
that's what everybody doing now, man.
And see, I can speak to that, because it's like doing music, you're not always in that, you don't want to do that part. I just want to rap. That's it.
Nah, it's not even about that. It's like this. Every opportunity ain't your opportunity.
Because not every rapper's a people person.
No. Right. Now, I don't mean to say no to you. I'm trying to say to the point I'm trying to make. No, right? I get you. Every opportunity ain't your opportunity. Sometimes you was placed in a room to make the opportunity work for that man that's there. Right. And in return, that shit, the energy comes back, bro. It'll come back. Sometimes you jumping out the window. These people came here to see that man. Yeah. You've been in the studio every day with this person, with Austin is whoever. They here to see them. They're gonna, you'll know when they alley oop it too, it'll come to you. If they come to you, or the alley oop will come when it's supposed to come. But you was there. They're familiar with you. They see who they came to see work with you. They see who else they see work with you. Who's he? We'll figure it out, because we'll come by later, or we'll ask, or the next person to throw it. Yo, this is Mims. Yeah, Mims, this is such and such. Yeah, he's yo, you heard of yeah, that's his son. Yeah, he nice, he rap. Go go ahead, play it. And but you gotta know how to read the room. Every opportunity, sometimes you're there, so another opportunity to go work, so that your 6 degrees of separation changes. 6 degrees of separation, you just made your shit a little bit shorter.
Right.
You feel me?
It's all about work.
It's all about work ethic. You feel me?
You gotta have good energy, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
So that's how he's been pivotal to me. And the other producer, he executive produced the project. He produced one record. I've done other records with him, but he's produced one record on that project. The rest of the production was done by my man Hassam. Shout out to my man Hassam. He's like Austin, his understudies, also a producer that kind of got the same platform. And in that nucleus, we kind of all represent a brand called Azad. He's a super dope jeweler in the Diamond District, so we record in the studio in the Diamond District.
He got paper.
Yeah, he makes he's a jeweler, but his expertise is like he's a watch. What they call it, like a watch designer. He's a watchman. He's a watch designer, but he's kind of like he's a pro. Like when you take your watch and shit to whatever place you bought your shit from on the Diamond District, and they don't know what to do, they come across the street to Bobby, and they go, "Yo, Bobby,
so he's
this
the
nigga
got
they had the bust down joint, they got something whatever is in
crazy
it, water in there, shit. I don't know how to fix this shit. Bobby would really let you know if it could be done. Fire. You know what I mean? He's the guy that really let you know if it's worth it or not. Like and he's humble. You know what I mean? He probably don't even get much money out of doing those little things like that, but he's that guy. If you ever go on Diamond District, you see the booth with all the pictures and shit on it. That's Bobby. He's a dope dude, and he'll show you how to. He'll tell you if you wanted to get another watch, like a Rollie or something like that. He'll tell you the valuable shits to get so that the money grow.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
that's what's the most important.
He
money
know
gotta grow.
He know how to do that shit. So
praise.
He's a super dope dude. So Hassam, we all work out that same studio. He produced the rest of the project, so it was like a joint project. And I kind of like doing that shit, working like doing a whole project with a producer. Right. I would do more.
You lock in better.
Yeah, because you kind of carve out a sound. So
So, and I was gonna ask you that too. Like, is there any particular sound? Being at you for so long, it's like, what sound do you gravitate to more? You feel like the boom bap, like get your bars off.
Drill music is in now.
I'm not. So I don't. One thing
like drill.
You don't have like.
Yeah, I like music, bro. I like music.
You wouldn't say that you just.
I don't like what they said. I think I seen a video where Neek said like, I don't like them rapping about dead people. Like I never was a dissing the dead. Like I be thinking that's a little bit too kind of harsh. Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, it's like I can't practice cognitive like dissidence. Like hip hop, we say a lot of aggressive things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and you can't kind of put a
cap on it.
You can't put a cap on it. It's still a freedom of speech. Now, certain things I wouldn't say, and I think there should be a certain code because I hate to see so many of us artists go to jail or die and getting shit that stops the money.
The culture,
right? You know what I mean? Yeah. I hate to see death so normalized on social media. I got 2 daughters. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't always feel like that at first. It was like I used to. What was those websites back before? Like it used to be websites that used to show like the real crazy videos and shit like that before World Star. Like used to go to them shits and
like
it used to be like mad shit. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. But now as I realize the effect that it has on people and the future and the youth, and I'm not really for it so much. So I don't think that's. But I don't blame that on drill. Like when you say drill, you talking about the beat, the actual beat. I think that's fire. The lyrics sometimes I don't. You know what I mean?
Right. It'd be wild.
But that's the era.
The beat
this is hip hop, bro. Right, it's hard to.
Yeah,
that's the era. What the fuck?
You can't tell nobody.
We done said all the bars though. We said all the. What else we gonna say? What else we gonna say?
That's a fact. Yeah.
Come on, let's be real, bro. Let's stop it, bro. We got the same words.
I always thought about that. Everybody gonna say everything.
The English language is immaculate, bro, because it's a flexible language, right? Like I don't know if people who speak like in Chinese, they come up create new words like we can create or like you know what I mean, up to pushing P. I don't know what they put. I don't know what they pushing P is. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how
player. I think it's player.
Yeah, I know it's player, but I don't know how what they slang is like. You know what I mean? When I don't know what they is you shitting me. Which day is you shitting me? What do they say that's like you shitting me? Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know what they
like. Are you dead ass?
So
that's how I take it. They be saying on some other shit sometimes.
Exactly. So you know that shit.
Nah, but yeah. So you fuck with drill beat.
I fuck with drill. I fuck with music. Anything, bro. I give anything a shot because it's about. Yo, I just heard this song. I was in Miami, so when I was in Miami and we did the interview, I remember we was on a jet ski the next day. Me and my man Double Nickels, and he lost his key. Right, so he lost the key to the car. The jet ski shit pocket opened up, and the key to the car. So we was locked out the car. So we get off the jet ski, whatever, and we at the car waiting for it to get picked up. And a boat came by, and it was this loud song. Dum dum dum. All I need is a love tonight.
Oh, okay,
right?
Okay.
Whatever
That's
song
that
with
right
that
there.
shit. I don't know. I didn't know the song at the time, but it kept playing. It was on a fucking boat
downtown
that was going by
bars.
on the bay.
Yeah.
And it was like, nigga, that's it. Just I'm
Shout out
getting
to the
bit
pubs.
by mosquitoes. I'm high. I'm waiting for it, but that shit got me like, oh, shit. It made my spirit move for some reason. So like that's what makes me pick music. It gives me a little spirit move. You know what I mean? But that kind of affects me because what I do is I ignore a lot of like what we were talking about, Rich. We talking about like commercial like songs, like radio songs, but it's like at the same time
It's fire.
I love that shit, but I be listening for music that makes me feel I be looking for that little feel in a beat, you know what I mean? But it could take forever to find beats like that sometimes. Not saying people aren't dope producers, but
it's like the one that hits you that certain way.
Yeah, like I be looking for that. It's like a high,
space.
you know what I mean?
Right.
But sometimes I miss out on the right beats because I'm too busy looking for a certain like boom. So
sometimes
you know,
you gotta do raps on beats that you don't like too.
So that's why I
you gotta get out your pocket and your comfort zone, so to speak. Like when you.
So that's how that instrument even came around, because I started just doing it with one producer, and we actually just was having conversations and building, and like even now I'm working on some music with my man Jay Rose down in Boston, and up and down, whichever way in Boston, and you know right now we're working on some music, and it's just we doing it, just building our catalogs. It's gonna create a sound, so I'm into kind of like trying to create a sound and Flick Feelings also got a nice little like male side of a relationship project that I'm putting on soon too. So
and we talking crazy about the
nah, it's not crazy. It's just like I said, my music comes from like real experiences, and even if it's not mine, if it's my friends, if it's just something that I'm connected to somehow. If I, you know what I mean, I try to make music like that. So it's coming out soon too. So
that's dope.
It's definitely gonna be some music coming out.
Definitely.
So working with Austin, this has been amazing, man. It's definitely changed the trajectory of my career, and it gave me a crash course on developing as an artist. Because I ain't just sit in the studio all the time and just do nothing. I learned how to engineer myself. I learned how to rap without writing, rap right now, rap later. You know what I mean? Like I have enough faith if anybody you could think of walk in the room, not just be like rap for me right now, but could be like, yo, I need you on a record. Let's go to the studio. We got to be done today. You can't go home. Dope. You can't
right now.
You got to come up with it here.
Yeah.
We're not leaving from here. Not like right without mistaking, but tonight. Like cameras on, we all here. The biggest person you could think of could have to sit there and stare at you, and I have enough comfortability in myself where I could come up with my music. So I know that I'm at that place in myself. So you know, and that's thanks to people like because I got to see a lot of shit. I got to see Fred. I got to see Jim. I got to see Fat Joe. I got to see.
You got affiliation with Fat Joe?
So Fat Joe, Fat Joe is like connected to.
He was on his live, man. The big show. He was on there. So I was.
Fat Joe is like my pops like discovered Fat Joe.
Word? He always says that.
Yeah, like he does always say that. Yeah, my pops like discovered Fat Joe at like Apollo, and it started out like he knew my brother more. My brother was a person like on the radio with the radio promos with my pops and on the albums and shit. The JBs, that's him. That's my brother. He liked to rap, but he wasn't a rapper, like, you know what I mean? So he was really the person that like Fat Joe used to come and go, him and Pun or him or Fat Joe used to come and go to Rob's school and go check on him, make sure he in class, and come see my pop, like my grandmoms and shit like that. Crazy. Like you know what I mean? Fat Joe was definitely a part of the regime. So what happened is I ended up reconnecting with Fat Joe being with Arsonist. And right before he worked on Plato Plomo. He recorded Remy Ma.
That album's tough on the low,
I got to see Remy Martin.
Bronx.
I got to see Remy Martin do her all the way up verse. I got to see Remy Ma. I just got to see Fat Joe do a lot of verses that came out and
still waiting on that album. She fire, man.
Yeah, I got to see. So that's how Fat Joe happened. You know what I mean? We was playing 2K while he was working on All the Way Up.
Word?
What? I was playing 2K. We used to play with, and this is how it's no cap. He used to play with the OKC Thunder because he liked Westbrook and Durant.
Squad.
He used to play with them, and I used to beat him with the Lakers. Beat him with the Lakers. Hello, beat him with the Lakers. Come on, Mambo. So, but you know, he used to play. Then he used to kind of like, and that's funny because now that I think about it, it was a thing. Like Fred used to play. We used to play for the money. Fat Joe used to bring people. He brought his man TA. TA was kind of nice. So when Fat Joe would have the sessions, whoever wasn't like involved with recording would either be playing or betting on the next game. Uncle Dan, who's always with Fat Joe, used to kind of bet on me against Fred. Yeah. Uncle Dan to make some money, or Fred, or me and Fred would bet forever, and all come and he'll bet with us, whatever. And we used to play 2K a lot. And that's no cap. So that's really like, it wasn't even about rap. Like we was just enjoying each other's time, like kicking it. And then All the Way Up came, and All the Way Up went all
crazy.
The way up.
Number one.
All the way up went all the way up, and that shit was never the same. That shit was never the same.
And then Hove jumped on.
Yeah, then Hove jumped on, and then I remember MASH, and I don't want to talk about it, but I got to see like people like Remy do her thing, and I got to see her write on her paper. Like you can't tell me nothing. Like I seen Remy write her rhymes. You know what I mean?
Bronx.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that was kind of dope. You know what I mean? And then even then, like after that, came in like Jim. I got this like Wasted Talent. Wasted Talent. He kind of finished Wasted Talent with Arsonist. So I always I knew Jim like. Jim used to be in the back studio.
Be working now, man.
Like upstairs, it was two sides, and Jim used to record in the other studio. But then he was working on Wasted Talent, and that's when like El Capo came out.
El Capo, that's one of my
they did
top 10 albums of the last 2-3 years.
They really did a Dipset joint. They did a Dipset
fire.
joint over. They did a new Dipset joint with the Heat Makers, and then Jim Jones did fucking El Capo with Arsonist, and then
that's tough.
You know what I mean? So that's why nobody could tell me nothing about Jim Jones. Like I remember growing up, and it was like he stole rhymes and and I get all of that. But I watched that man
put that pain in stew, man.
And like, just come up not right. What you mean? Not right. Right what? Right what?
He don't write nothing.
He ain't right?
Nah.
Don't what?
So he just in the
Jim
booth.
Jones be in the booth.
Y'all know.
Yeah. Smoke a blunt, bro. You could talk. You could do all of that shit. You could do all of the shit you niggas is doing. We got have an interview, all that shit. Play that beat. Nigga Jim will get his mind right.
Word.
He get his mind right. His smoke. You might think now he would. I don't know how like he's changed because he's like a machine right now. You feel me? But I've seen it used to look like he went to sleep and you could just be like, wake up, yo, let's go.
Yo, fire.
No. Hold on, play it back. No. And then add the next 2-3 lines. And then play it, but then he get his swag. No, it's not one take. It's like this. It's like, boom, I come up with the first 4 lines. Once I get the flow, boom, me up in loud smoke. Okay, you'll play it back. Oh, we up in loud more.
That's the new wave.
Then he'd be like, oh, I got it. Then he'll just start. 4 more bars might come. Then he start getting. He know. And
I hear a lot of artists do that now.
The way us in the studio is, you could see him. So if it's hype, he don't let him know that he. He said he keep getting his bag. Jim nice, nigga. He can't tell me nothing. I seen that. I don't get no right nothing.
Jim ended up being the nicest Dipset member on the low, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
Listen, Keemz,
Keemz is overall all time. He's on high on the list. But I'm saying right now, who'd have thought Jim Jones would have still been rapping over the other two?
But guess what? It goes back to the point. Bro, it's the
hard work
ethic, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't
Jim
stopped.
He
ain't stopped. He never stopped. He never, for what I see.
No. He be posting everything and he works. He be doing like 4 videos. Don't stop, man.
Nah, that's dope. That I didn't know he don't write, but that's fine.
And shout out. It's also about, bro. It's a lot of nice niggas that's probably we might still never know. Because it's about having the right people around you, yo. You feel me?
That's everything, man. Relationships is everything.
Gotta have support.
I've seen Jim in the studio with 25 niggas, and I've seen Jim in the studio with 10 niggas. But it's always some people you notice it's the same niggas. And what happens is people grow up, they get more mature, they start finding their own lanes, and they become it's a machine. You got a machine. Everybody got something that they doing. Like niggas from the hood, bro, all got something that they doing.
Right.
And it's making, and even if it's for themselves, it's making the whole machine work.
Right.
And a lot of artists that I see are successful have that. Yeah, niggas might, I do it on my own to death. No, you fucking don't. No one ever that made it ever fucking did. Maybe Soulja Boy.
Really?
Because his shit was based on
internet.
Draco.
Straight YouTube. Like he saw that is possible.
He did his own
beats. Yes. They did, but guess what?
The
Even then, somebody had to repost it. Mm-hmm. Somebody had to talk about it. Yeah, he probably would have made the chicken that he was making or whatever, but somebody had to like it. Somebody had to buy it.
Yeah.
Then somebody had to make it a thing, because there's a lot of people making money on YouTube, and if nobody talks about it, you're nobody. You can walk up and down the street, but somebody made you famous.
Right.
Somebody made you famous. So yes, you didn't do it by yourself, because somebody had to help in your way. Yeah. Somebody has to help.
Exactly.
Right.
So don't let nobody. I did it myself. Somebody say, yo, my man is nice. What about that nigga that said my man is nice? What about that nigga that kept playing that song and the nigga ain't want to hear it until the nigga heard some? What about that nigga? Those people count. You know what I mean? They might make no money, but they count in your story. They count in your legacy and your journey. You don't do it by yourself, nigga. Somebody press repost now.
Right.
Somebody who had a bigger platform press repost, and now people saw it and they reposted, and you ain't do it by yourself.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what you say. You could have had your best song in the world and nobody liked your shit, and nobody cared.
Exactly.
So having the right people around you, and it matters, bro. It matters, bro.
Absolutely, definitely.
You know what I mean? You can't do everything on your own, bro. You can't mix and master rap. You can, but it takes mad time.
It takes exactly.
And
that takes years.
I can't master, but I could engineer. I could make myself sound good, and the niggas I come work with sound good. I could do that, but nigga, you know how much time that take? I could be coming up with another rhyme.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I could be. I could be making.
So
that's a lot.
And then also you take a lot of
recreate your
you take a lot of the time away from your craft when you learning another craft.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, I'm learning engineering now. I'm getting nice with the sound, but I'm not writing as much now. Or it's like now I'm investing in this now. So it's like, it's a cycle. You just gotta make sure you focus and funnel it right. Yeah. That's what it is.
I try to use those moments with Joe. With Jim, I was a lot quiet more, you know what I mean? Because for a while I was quiet because I used to just want to show him that I worked. I already knew he knew he knew who I was. Yeah. But what that mean, you know what I mean? I just wanted to, I never tried to like sit around. When he was in the studio, I used to go in the upper room and just work. Like I just wanted to play something, be working on something that he would hear, something. With Joe, it was more like, it wasn't every day. Jim kind of came on the schedule. Joe did, but it would, Joe is Joe. Like Joe is... got a mad shit going on, so it wasn't as much. So I would try to prick his brain. We would talk music. He would tell me stories about whatever. We really got along like that, you know what I mean? So that's my big bro, and he helps me. He's always kind of keeping me on his radar. They all kind of, a lot of people keep me on their radar. And
that's what's up right there.
Yeah. That's a very fortunate thing, you know what I mean? I have the like people try to get 1 million followers to get the attention of the people that already kind of follow me and know me. Right, and that is, there's an advantage, but it's pressure. You know what I mean? I don't want to put out just a throwaway record. I can't. I feel like, how I'm going to do that and I got these people looking at me. You know what I mean? I don't got no time for throwaway. That's sometimes how I feel. Right. But I need to kind of just, not that I don't do it now. Like, I make music now. I'm talking about this is what I've gone through. Right. You know what I mean? That's what I've gone through. I've been on stages. I've lost. I've been told you need to quit. I've been told I've rapped on 2 boxes every Wednesday for like a crowd of like 6 and 7, 8 people who still pay to come in. You know what I mean? Yeah. But nigga, I rapped for over and over and over again until I got better. And then next thing you know, I was at SOBs. And next thing you know, I'm on with a summer stage in front of thousands of people. Then I'm traveling with the Jungle Brothers and the Native Tongues, and I'm no dreads, and I'm doing that's engine number 9 on the New York train. That's Black Sheep. You know what I mean? Now I'm starting to be a rapper amongst these people. I'm in a cipher with Talib Kweli and you know what I mean, a bunch of other dope rappers from the Native Tongues. I'm in, you know what I mean. My shit started, like I said, it was earlier. Like I had blinders. I don't really take the time out to dwell on those things. You know what I mean? Right. And then I'm on Sway in the Morning, and then I'm an AT&T Who's Next artist, and that's me and Jay Prezi go crazy on the radio. Honestly, I've had a record on the radio play more than once, if not more than one record, but let's just say at the very least one record play on the radio multiple times every year since 2010 on major radio. That's fine. Or a major platform, but definitely on New York City major radio. It's by a main DJ, main hour DJ, right? Like a show. That's important. Yeah. Like I don't even respectfully, I don't really know the overnight DJs. Not saying that they not good, but I kind of grew up amongst the primetime DJs. Legends. You know what I mean? So I've and that's no shade. I've known it's mad DJs. I know mad DJs. I respect the DJ. The DJ was This shit started off with the DJ.
You ever try to become a DJ? You ever wanted to become a DJ?
Hell no. Your pops was one. Like, sometimes he used to say he was going to teach me. I used to be like, yo, I want you to show me. And I started a class one time in Harlem. I worked for Harlem Children's Zone. I started a hip hop class. Shout out Harlem Children's Zone. Harlem Children's Zone. Shout out. I was a hip hop specialist, and I took them to a DJ Scratch Academy. And that was the first time I got real tutelage on what I was doing with DJing. I never really wanted to start under him. I just wanted to stay away from the Lil Red shit so much that I just was like, well, I'll rap. I'm a rap. You don't rap. Like, we both love this, but you don't rap. Yeah. So I could rap, and that could be me. You know what I mean? And that's how that whole figure that whole thing out. You know what I mean? That's really
a drive you gotta have. Some people just go right into what their parents did. Sometimes, like, you know what? Fuck it. It's the easy way. But it was like, because everybody like going the easy way. Most fucking people.
In hip hop, it's kind of like the only culture. Like, you see how we praise Bronny. Yeah. You see how we love to see Will Smith with his son and his daughter in movies and shit like that. And rap is sort of like, oh, you gotta prove yourself.
Right. Oh, nah.
Oh, yeah, you don't just get this. Yeah. And everything else is like, well, Bronny and them gotta play ball. They still gotta earn their shit, but they still got ESPN showing them on TV.
Every game.
Yeah. You feel me? They still good. Like you shitting me? Like, they stay on TV on ESPN, bro. You feel me? Good or bad. If it's one basket, if it's a pass, it's on TV. Prime time, you know what I mean? These kids everybody don't get that same platform, so it's still kind of like, yo, look. And hip hop is prove it. Facts. Prove it. And even if you're nice, you got money. Right. And even if you got money, you got the bitches.
When we come out with the first
album, even if you got the bitches, what you doing with it?
Prove it again.
And then with that, now with social media, how many followers you got? And okay, so now look what you got on. Oh, how much I got on? Oh, is it real?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, who we with?
Right.
What set you at? Right. Where you from? You really from there?
Everything now.
What's the addy? Let me pull up.
Yeah.
Because everything is getting normalized. Like I said, bro, death used to be scary.
Right. Yeah.
We watch. Don't tell me you scared of death. You watch that shit. You watch. If that shit go on the gram and you see a nigga get his head knocked off with a fucking pipe, a nigga's looking at that shit. Got 100,000 views.
Damn.
It's no cap. It is. Look, go through them. Go to
everybody's immune to
it's
death right
nothing
now.
It's nothing now to see shit, bro. You used to hide your face. You used to hide your kids' eyes when niggas kiss on TV. Tell me I'm lying. Like that's what used to. That's what my mom used to do. Cover your eyes. You can't even do that with a kid.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
They seen it already. It's normalized. It's different sexualities, regardless of what your preference is. It's normalized. Your kid don't even choose no more. Right. They don't even all that knowing natural. What's knowing natural? You done been told shown every way.
Yeah.
You exposed to it.
It's out there.
It come like that. You know what I mean? It's a benefit, but it's a benefit to having the access to information like that. But it's also not in our control. It's like we talked about drill music. You can't put a cap on music. That's not the rules.
I heard my daughter listening to some drill shit the other day, and I was like, "Oh nah, what you know about this, bro? Like, really? What is he saying? Like, seriously?"
But this dancing, they dancing,
bro.
It's this, bro. It's the hey. Because think about it. Think about what you was rapping.
It's a little bit of salsa with it.
What's one of your favorite songs? What's one of your favorite songs when you was growing up?
I remember playing the intro to that DMX on the intro.
Anything you was rapping about DMX was inappropriate for your age, bro.
Absolutely.
Any Biggie, most Biggies, if any B-side Biggie was inappropriate for your age.
Hove.
You know what I mean? It was inappropriate for your age.
Like,
technically,
why did you hear this?
you know what I mean? If you really want to think about it, it was inappropriate. Eminem was completely inappropriate for your Marshall Mathers. Was completely inappropriate for your age.
I remember listening to the Eminem show.
But we was listening to that.
And it's like, you know
what I mean? We was listening to that.
And that's a good point. I think
R. Kelly was completely inappropriate for your age.
Gosh,
damn the jokes.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
Now
I'm dead serious, bro. I'm not. No. I'm saying that's my man. I fucks with R. Kelly. I don't give a fuck. I do, but I don't give a fuck about him. I fuck with R. Kelly's music, but I'm talking about. He wasn't my role model. I don't know R. Kelly. You gotta separate. I never meet R. Kelly. I don't know. I know that I seen the album cover with the shadow and the.
No, he's the greatest R&B artist of all time.
I know what Chocolate Factory was.
He's just a dirtbag and a creep. But
he just did whatever he did.
You gotta separate the music from the creep.
I'm just saying, that was totally. I'm talking about sexual music, bro. We was listening to 112. We was listening to all types of shit, bro. That was about sex and wanting women and
like
Cupid, man.
We watching the new generation, like you doing the same. Yeah,
they're doing the same thing, bro.
But fuck it though. I don't like
it's just a different. It's just a different category. Uncle Luke and all that shit. We seen Uncle Luke, bro. Uncle Luke. That was on TV for us, bro.
Come on, freak.
Before twerking, I was twerking before twerking, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, but still,
we had that. It's just different forms, you know what I mean? And I learned that even from my pops, because he used to say, people used to ask him like questions about trying to like diss Soulja Boy, like don't crank that Soulja Boy is bad for hip hop, but it was like, what happened to the Humpty Dump? Hammer Time wasn't saying nothing.
Yeah, it was.
Those were great records. He wasn't what lyrics he had.
We left
MC Hammer was. What was he saying? You don't even gotta say Vanilla Ice. Just stay with. Let's not even make it about red. Stay in our own culture, because you don't want to say, that's white. Stay in our own culture. We liked songs. We liked songs that wasn't about lyrical content. It just was about moves. So don't diss Soulja Boy. You feel me? Like, don't diss Soulja Boy. Crank that Soulja Boy move. It's a chain, and it's chain music. You also got to know the culture. So he taught me to like that. That's not supposed to be with hip hop. That's cha-cha slide. That's electric slide.
Right.
Crank that Soulja Boy is a chain dance song, bro. It's a song that I mean that's for the whole crowd to do it for the youth. But I mean, even cha-cha slide, electric slide, those is for, like I said, those are just for the group. It's for a party to move. You feel me? That's what that's for. You got to know what it's for. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, though.
So, that's my example.
All right, you kind of got into the next question I was going to ask you about was the sound, but you kind of
about the sound,
like the change in sound.
He's on his techie shit.
The change in sound is amazing. Shit. Like, I mean, you gotta think of people like T-Pain. You know what I mean? You gotta think of for us. I'm only gonna talk about what I was around for.
T-Pain's a GOAT, legend.
Nothing new now.
No. I'm talking about. I can't talk about nothing past that because I wasn't around for that. I know people that was doing that, but I wasn't there for anything for the way KRS-One and them was doing this sound. But I know it was a lot more machinery, and I think the more technology gets advanced, the easier it becomes for us to perfect our voice, which is why it's so many more rappers, there's so many more people that can make music, because they're finding out how to fine tune the sound that they're looking for. You know what I mean? Now it used to be a big mystery. How do I all these buttons. I don't know what to press to make me sound like that shit I hear on the radio and shit like that. So
evolution of sound.
So you know what I mean. And then once again, access to information. You don't even got to go to school to learn how to use these things. It's tutorials on YouTube.
On YouTube, man, learn everything.
Internet.
It's tutorials on
YouTube.
Internet. So
that's a big benefit in this era. So I'm with it. You know what I mean. I know it allows more people, but shit. It's more strippers in the club. They get their body done. They get their money, right? It's more people doing NFT because they have a phone. It's more people that are into financial awareness because they learning about credit and they learning about how to use stocks and crypto. You know what I mean? Everybody's getting into it. Yeah. Everybody wants to be an expert, and some experts don't like that. But shit, nigga, the more access to information, is enough success for everybody.
It's
like air to breathe.
Money for everybody.
It's money for everybody. And if more people need money, money gonna get made. Come on.
Nah, you spraying some game out here today, man.
Been through a lot, man. I've been through a lot.
Appreciate you pulling up.
Thank you, man.
Definitely glad you came through, man. Y'all appreciate it. Anymore?
Nah, man.
You wanted to ask me about the interview? Because I said I had ignored it. You want to ask about it before we leave?
You was just on Drink Champs and all.
Round of applause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sure, if you want to,
Nah, we could talk about it. That was fire. Before we get out of here, we could talk about that.
That was another question I wanted. My fault. I cut you off too about. I didn't want to assume, but would you say that's one of your, or if not probably, like your favorite hip hop moment with your pops? Maybe that's not your favorite favorite like
hip hop moment.
Being there with him and knowing
that was probably one of the. That probably was the most. Yo, I've been on BET hip hop red carpet with my pops. R.I.P. Chris Lighty. I've been in some dope situations when they did the Lighty. I was like I had a seat in the reserve seating with them. That's when so that was a real dope moment. Even that backstage moment, which kind of just being there amongst the industry, kind of getting introduced as a little. Like saying I'm an artist and kind of like, you know what I mean? I had some hip hop moments. He got the Lifetime Achievement Award with like Kevin Lyles and a couple other people, and I performed. Crazy we talk about R. Kelly. They asked for somebody to go on stage to sing R. Kelly's part with Changing Faces. I performed R. Kelly's part on stage with Changing Faces in front of Red Alert, Kevin Lyles. That's crazy. I never talked about that. I'm just thinking mad people. It was mad people.
It's a lot of moments.
I got a picture. I'm gonna post that picture. I'm gonna find that picture one day and I'm gonna post it.
I gotta post that on the joint.
I'm with Changing Faces, but it's hard because it's hard to talk about R. Kelly and shit. You know what I mean? So, but I had some like dope, experiences like that. So I had a lot of moments, but Drink Champs was my favorite moment for him. Seeing him get his flowers. Right. Seeing him get it. I probably had multiple opportunities to say I was a rapper or fucking rap, and I got mad. If you watched the interview, we got mad comfortable. It was but it was about him. You know what I mean? I knew I was gonna probably stand out in the way that once we start to communicating and shit like that anyway. So that was like how we always are when we get together and we talk hip hop. Like that was just us being us. And I knew that Nori was a little drunk. There was times when I didn't take too much liquor. Like I had liquor, but I knew we was gonna be there for a while. It was 3 hours, 3.5 hours or some shit like that. And I'm taking all the shots for him. And then I'm also want to drink and just chill. Only thing I didn't do that I wanted to do was smoke a blunt, but I didn't want to be right next to him. I'm next to him. I mean, Nori's smoking, but really like Nori's kind of like where you are. I'm here and Red's here. I didn't want to just be smoking. A lot of smoke was going this way. If you look in the camera from that angle, the smoke was kind of going. I'm like, nah, I can't have my man looking like that. So I'm gonna just drink and chill.
Be professional, just chill.
But I definitely wanted to smoke. I'm not gonna lie, that was the only thing that was driving me crazy because everybody else was smoking around, and I was like, "Fuck, man, I want to get high." But I had to chill. I was good. I held it down to being drinking and being with the Drink Champs and them niggas was talking was dope. It was my favorite moment for him. I thought that he got flowers, and that's why I'm not gonna lie. I started talking because I wanted to make sure I addressed all types of unique things. That's why I'm like, yo. Is it true that you was in the Hall of Fame? Because I always read it, but I never really asked him.
Yeah.
You in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Boom, we start talking about it. Yo, da-da-da, boom, boom. So it was that communication that made them even say, like, yo, you should start your own podcast. Y'all should do, like, a father-son podcast. The way y'all connect is fire.
That'd be dope.
And then Nori was like, yo, y'all, we going to give Drink Champs a signing y'all. We signing y'all. We going to set the play up. You know, it's on camera. When you watch the whole shit, watch the whole shit. You'll see. Yeah, when you watch it, you'll see. And everything I'm saying, this was nothing behind the camera. I'm only repeating what was literally on the show. Right. So they took a good liking. So it was a good experience. It was good for my family too. We traveled before and been to different places before, but that was like for us and that was for him. And
that's dope.
That shit was pretty dope.
Nah,
you know what I mean? It was good. It was good to just kind of make sure he was good. He didn't have to come out his pocket for nothing. He didn't have to worry about nothing. It's hard to give somebody something that has everything in your own opinion. Like, what experience could I give DJ Red Alert that he ain't never see before? Right. And y'all fam. So I'm gonna tell you, like, I met with my man, and he helped us set this situation up, and it was a blessing, man. It was a blessing. There's many more though. There's a lot more things. You know what I mean? Drink Champs is an amazing platform, but even I'm gonna tell you, I think my pops is even bigger than that. So,
definitely.
Like even more, he's just they call him a super duper legend. Like, you know what I mean? So
definitely
just the experience of growing up with him means more.
Hip-hop, man,
you know what I mean? No one moment makes. I've been on stage and messed up by him as my DJ. I remember I was performing my opening up performance, my first opening up performance at SOB's with the Jungle Brothers. There wasn't a lot of people there, but I remember I was performing. And I remember I got stuck because I remember looking like, damn, that's DJ Red Alert. That's my DJ right now. Like, I'm on a fucking...
That's crazy.
What the fuck? And it fucked me up. It fucked me up. I came back on stage when the crowd really came and I killed it that night. But I remember that earlier, that like, yo, you can't be my DJ no more. I don't like
too much pressure.
Only if we gotta go. Cause it's too, like, it's DJ Red Alert. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? So, we talked about making a Kool connection, and I ain't say this in an interview, but the day when they did the BET Hip Hop Red Carpet, that's why another day, cause I'm like, yo, that was dope for me. That was a unique experience. I was on the BET Hip Hop Awards Red Carpet. Fucking Joe Buttons interviewed me. No cap, Joe Buttons interviewed me for BET. And
that was the year that the Migos
I didn't have no fucking video camera. Like, I wasn't really that savvy, but
that was the day when he had beef with the Migos.
Yeah,
that was Chris Lighty passed away. There was no beef for the year Chris Lighty passed away. It was nothing but that Migos shit happened. But see, it was that. But you see what he was doing, the BT interview shit. That's no cap. I forgot. That probably was the next year. So the year before, he interviewed me from behind the rope, nigga.
Okay.
No cap. He was behind the rope. Now then he was sitting there. Now Joe Buttons. At this time, I couldn't believe it because I'm looking at Joe Buttons wanting to be like, pump. Yeah. I want to ask him about 3 sides to a story and smoke break. But he was interviewing me, nigga. And as Red's son, and hearing that I and Red told him I rap. Yeah. He was like, oh, I can't wait to hear some of your music. I don't know if you ever heard it. I never ran into him again. I don't know what type of person he is. I don't know if I could just be like, yo, I'm such and such. But that happened. Those moments are rare. You know what I mean? I talked to Missy. I talked to Diddy, and dark-skinned one is Justin, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Justin, before he got taller. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I remember him asking about my pops. I got to, like, connect with Stephen Hill, and I got to be around and Stephen just chill. You know what I mean? So that was a very unique experience. You know what I mean? I got to see certain parties that these people are well up in age. I might never get to see KRS-One on stage with my pops and listen to him go and see everybody fucking like show crazy. And go crazy. And I might not never see that again. These people are older, and you gotta cherish these days, these moments with them. So I can't say that just Drink Champs was bigger than that. When I've been with him and I've seen
there's a lot of
fucking
big moments.
I've been in a radio station with him. Who knows what was going on in hip hop history? Why he was on the air? You know what I mean? So every day right now that he goes on radio, it's fucking history. Ain't nobody been DJing longer than him on radio. He been
every day
is
a new
every day is a new fucking record. You know what I mean?
Steph Curry
I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's mad shit.
Right.
So, you know, there is no one moment with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that was a real dope moment. I felt a part. I felt involved. I felt like there was love and appreciation for me. I felt like it was probably one of the dopest interviews that I've got to be a part of regarding my
That's
pops.
dope.
You know what I mean?
That's the best part. You did with your pops. You know what I'm saying?
And bringing my brother and involving my brother. You know what I mean? That was dope for him too. You know what I mean? And everybody that was a part of it
That's dope.
From the shadow, remember Club 28? Yeah, Jody, the person who used to run that shit, Double Nickels, all of them, Chicago. It was dope for all of us to have that experience in Miami and shit. I stayed. When they left, I stayed longer. Me and my man Double stayed longer. I loved it out there in Miami. It was a great time. And man, I think that shit comes with hard work though, bro. That shit just didn't I can't tell you the full story, but bro, I was involved in that whole situation even kind of being set up. So that kind of made me feel good too, because I felt like I gave something to my pops. I did something for him. Yeah. I did something for him dope.
Right.
That's what I took pride in. You know what I mean? I did something for him and that's what meant the most to me, bro. And then that I can do that let me know that anything is possible. Yeah. You know what I mean? You just kind of got to believe in yourself, and you kind of got to go about things in the correct manner. You got to study on what professionalism is, or what etiquette is, studio etiquette, industry etiquette, how to get through those different cracks, because it's people that's meant to filter you out. Yeah. People that's meant to filter you out.
Take you out. Facts.
Right. You know what I mean?
That's the devil, man.
You know, so
not everybody's cool. That's a fact.
That comes from hard work. You know what I mean? That's still hard work. That's still part of the grind. You know what I mean? Now, to this, determined. You know, you got to still go on to the next thing. I still had to come here. This is a part of the process. I'm still here in one leg. Facts. This shit ain't stopped me.
We appreciate.
I
didn't even have you was like this.
I was at the show in Atlantic City. I rap. I don't play basketball, but I messed my leg up fucking playing basketball, knowing that I don't play basketball no more. So that's when I realized I don't love it no more, bro.
That's it.
Like, you know what I mean?
Shit hurting you, bro.
Seem like you got a real passion. You got a real passion. Honestly, my passion probably always was music. Dope. Basketball was my runaway, bro. Now that you know what I mean, basketball, I loved it, but I was hiding.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So ultimately, basketball was my kind of like. It was like my distraction.
It taught me things. It taught me a lot of things in certain ways, but it
grew my Go
ahead now.
It took. I knew that I was using it in the wrong way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I just didn't want to be
that was to keep you in shape.
The me that I ended up being anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that sometimes I don't worry about it, because everything's happening the way it's supposed to happen. It's happening the way it's supposed to happen.
That's a good way to bring it up. New year, my brother.
That's a fact.
Thank y'all for having me.
Coming through.
We appreciate you, man. Absolutely. And Gems, my brother.
You know we come from, man.
First guest of the new year.
Day, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Pleasure having you, my G.
Definitely might have you again, because you know in the future looking bright.
I ain't gonna lie.
There's so much to talk about, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Ask you
it's shit that's gonna
It could be a 4-hour pop.
It's gonna be things that's gonna new things about to happen. That's going to be able to talk about.
You give me your IG, man. All that.
Oh yeah, man.
You
know you can find me Kool Mims. That's Kool with a K. KOOLGMIMS.com. Don't forget the $. You already know my slogan, man. And that kind of that's not even like, let me just say, that's not even about cliche. It go back to like that instrument. It go back to like knowing your worth. You feel me? Don't forget to leave the table with something. You know what I mean? You bring something to the table, you should leave with more. You feel me? Don't forget the $. Know your value.
Drop it.
Listen, man. Listen.
Preaching. Respect.
That's why I always, you know what I mean? At first, it started with the Mace thing, because MA$E, but I was like, all right, I don't got Mace money. I don't got cash $ money. When I came, you know what I mean, coming out with that shit, all right, well, how's it going to represent struggle or grind or knowing your worth and shit? I was like, I can't really just do the cliche $ and gold and chain. That says you got something you don't got yet. You know what I mean? It's not your story in this shit. So you got to find deeper meaning, and I used to just kind of like search for that.
Man.
You know, so just knowing your worth. And and finding your value and shit. You know what I mean? Knowing that there's always more to gain, and you should get profit of it. You need a piece of that too.
Oh, that's a fact.
You feel me?
Real shit.
So
dropping jewels all
don't
over
forget
the
the dollar sign. You heard?
Drop a palm.
Yes, sir. Follow me, man.
Kool G Mims again, brother. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you, man.
Definitely gotta have you back.
Definitely,
man.
Go follow Loud Smoke Podcast too, man. Y'all gonna see what I'm saying?
Follow that Loud Smoke. You feel me?
IG, Twitter. Everywhere. Coming to TikTok soon, according to Habibi. Working on it.
You know, gotta get on everything, guys. Gotta get on everything, guys.
That's a fact. It's your boy Cheef Keemz, man. We out of here.
Your boy Vinny Haze _ real Vinny
Habibi
Haze.
Moreno, man. 2 hours in the middle, man.
Bless. I'm gonna close out with some fire by G Mims, man. Play some more heat off that.
Yeah.
I got you. Dollar
Play some of
sign.
that fire. Appreciate you, man. For real.
Yo, my man, he facing 25, he 21. The guy sentenced longer than his life. He says his life is done. When the judge dropped that gavel, had his mother stunned. Had a partner, but he flipped on him like movie stunts. It was sad, it's too often of occurrence right here where we from. We was young and masked up, this ain't for Corona. We was block boys, Matumbo, your parents never would condone us. This drive could take you far, have you do a donut. For real, that's why I be in my booth, this my flex on. The snacks form, yet the peak still in my best form. This Trayvon, cause the hug gone rap form. R.P. Vaughn, the Starberry, word is Stephon. I'm the type to take my shot like I'm Stephon. Give a fuck about who's next on. I really grew up in the street, this ain't for entertainment. I really grew up in the street, I might know who you came with. Dollar sign, right? My frame of mind, it could change your mind. The biggest difference, kept the grind, used to play the pine. Phone click and transition life from pots to pissing. In the celebrating moments, bottles for the sipping. I'm ahead of a new era like a baseball cap. Homie, I ain't in the game, so I don't play all that. Look, I've been working 7 days, all day, all facts. I had to sanitize the headphones to play out trash. I think I might just send a shell to them, they all gas.